Welcome back. You're here for more Symphogear, and I'm not one to disappoint. Although slightly differently today, it is quite a nice, sunny, breezy day, so well, rather than being out in it, I'm going to be still watching anime and staying inside, but even someone that is as pale as me needs a little bit of sunlight every now and again. So I'll do my best to edit out any bird sounds or anything. But let's not distract from the point that is Symphogear, the attack of noise, the introduction of a new character, one clad in armour, one that may actually be somewhat leading these attacks, or at least impart some sort of commander role. And throughout all of it is our leading girl and Tsubasa going to form any sort of friendship, or at least get on slightly better. We've seen what Hibiki can do when she's slightly annoyed, missing appointments to see the meteor shower. Coming between her and her friendship and her roommate, yeah, that's the best and quickest way for a swift destruction. But hey, at least there might be some music and singing along the way. I know the people in the comments have informed me that the budget and whatnot for Symphogear goes up throughout the seasons, so I'm hoping for something good. And really, let's see if the story can deliver. Oh. Going back 5 years, ready for going for a flashback as soon as you can. I see their usual way of binding people that they're bringing in to figure out hasn't changed. At least Hibiki didn't be a full straitjacket experience like this one. After losing everything that she had, I can understand why you'd want to be straight out into the fray. Don't take that away from her. Let her do it. I think I get the will to fight back, but the rage might not be beneficial. Probably what might have been needed in that situation. Endless training and medication. And then you had Hibiki, who's just kind of got into it easily. Just everyone that wishes to inhabit the relics have to go through the same kind of process. Okay, there's some who are more compatible than others, and then there are some who are just gonna force themselves into it. I'll be going a little far, but with not much else left, okay. Forced compatibility. Yeah, this is gonna be... Yeah, it's not gonna have any sort of... That is too much blood to lose. What film is that? With only major internal damage, managed to obtain obtain the gear necessary to do it. Yep. Forcing yourself to endure so much just to fight back. How many would actually be willing to put themselves in that kind of situation? And still able to put on a bit of a smile afterwards. Her hatred for the noise is what is keeping her going. They can't give up now. Got to hear out the rest of the song. And what turned from just wanting to take the fight back to the noise themselves, is it now changed slightly? The thanks given from the soldiers giving her a new lease of life. How their inseparable bond grew from the beginning. And now straight back into it. Now we had that little flashback reminiscent scene. This is there's extra reason for this fight. But we've got a somewhat veteran, a complete novice, and someone who's just so pleased about now having some sort of fancy armor. And behind the they're both like, what the fuck what are you on about? They're not gonna back away and have a nice tea party. I don't think there's room for much diplomacy. Her ideals, although somewhat admirable, might be in the wrong place. But also, a whip versus a greatsword user. So now we're also getting unbroken relics into the fray. The power they hold not being divided at all. Ha. We've got those. I wonder if that was designed thanks to the little drinking desk birds. No comment. And despite being overpowered in like sheer strength, is her experience in battle going to help out? Nobody. Yeah. Has she got the script to this show, or or at least the summary, knowing she's not the main character here? Also, if all the sticky goop or whatever is over the armor, would she be able to retract the armor, get a bit more movement back, and then call it out again? Seems a little unfair, calling in backup like this. The back and forth is interesting. Let's see what she's really got up her sleeves. Oh. I was not able to read that. Is Sabiki gonna actually try something other than being like, I give up. Camera angles. Where she survived, but Kanade didn't. Is she going to go through the same process that the others did? Ah, tying the shadow itself to the ground. Sacrificing herself to take down an enemy? How many times are we going to see this throughout the extent of the show? Don't you dare look away! Also, is she just unable to move at all? Or only forward, like it's being stuck into the ground? I think if you're going to have a superb song, as it were, you would want everything to be somewhat held back. No music, no sound effects. And her being right at the epicenter of that, quite effective against noise. What about the armor? Ah, not quite as good as Symphogear by itself, since it seems to be embedding itself deeper, fusing with them. Now, is there a... Very good. Is there a way to hold off the effects of when someone's sung? Well, let's see how good your resolve is. You're not gonna be able to have that grand friendship that you was imagining when you first started. With great difficulty. So you can. So why did Kanade just kind of disintegrate and yet Tsubasa didn't? Is it because they just got to her fast enough? What kind of medical procedures can stitch up internal liquefaction? Yeah, but people jump to that as a last option far too quickly, I've seen. Slight pushback, and okay. Boom. And how much of the events from 2 years ago does she... That's a loud plane. Does she actually remember? Is it all of it, or... Is there a slightly toned down version of this superb song? In a sense, but also to... did it for herself. And pushed away anyone that may come to try and have a bond. I mean, if she was resolving herself to that fate, realizing that, well, at least there's a little bit of introspection, knowing that why she was slapped there about replacing her. Just live up to her want for her skills. I don't think it's on her for to hate her. I mean, her little mind void. Trying to... I was going to say it looks like they're kind of above and below the ocean at the same time. But also her anguish about Kanade now manifesting in this form. How much does she actually hate herself for not being able to do anything? Yeah, why particularly go after her? And just how much information has been leaked? Is there a mole? Why have you been posting it online? Or is it just because she's the epicenter of it, so it's her fault? But she was... She was fighting her own battles. And what tears are you shedding? fair enough. I mean, if you didn't have anyone that you want to protect, have you made up about missing the meteor shower? Is there anything else they can do now? Go to the aquarium. Slight change of topic about why you're solitary. There's been something on her mind. She's been kind of like Sebasta, fighting through it herself without having anyone to rely on. I think having someone that would be able to understand her and just, okay, agree, no matter what she was saying, is like, you're going through shit, I'll still be here by your side anyway, should you need it. Well, that is... just, yeah, be yourself, be the best that you can be. It's quite a confidence boost when you got people both respecting your wishes, but also fighting your corner with you. Just don't stay out too late, get some rest. Come back for... Saviour! Not quite... You're not the best... not the best lighting to take videos, but... I was expecting it to have something blocking the camera lens. Sometimes... not having grand ambitions and plans and just having something simple, the will to protect those dear to you, are the strongest of all resolves. I do like the slight folk, like accordion sound in this bit. She'll become a true disciple in all of this. How well is she gonna... What do you mean you haven't seen Bad Boys 2? We're going straight just Bruce Lee, okay. Is that harsh training? Just see these movies and copy. But, yeah, inverted angle push-ups and whatnot. She's picking up some strange hobbies. Kind of... I don't know how I feel about the montage of her... That is just straight up, just... whatever. No, not even going to mention it. No, you're not going to bring that out of me. I mean, for putting up with her antics for so long. However, she's being so open and honest with her. Hopefully one day that she'd be able to return the favour. They really were trying to hammer on hard in this episode, weren't they? Pushing in the fact that some people have those that they can rely on when stuff really hits home hard. Tsubasa being effectively alone, partly because she just couldn't reach out to anyone, considering how close she was with Kanade, and what seems like no one was trying to help her. Yeah, I know you've just lost your dearest friend and whatnot, but you know, chin up, get back out into the fight. I mean, she did drop herself into the role of the sword, just taking the fight to them, but yeah, I don't think the HR or like mental health department of this place is particularly good. But god damn it, Hibiki. No, you can't fight her. She's a human too. Let's completely ignore the fact that this human was willing to summon a bunch of noise into a crowded area, eliminate numerous members of civilians. But she's a human. We can't hurt her. Yeah, that kind of idealism is going to get you or someone close killed. And it almost did, considering Tsubasa sung the superb song. It would be interesting to see actually what motivation there is, other than just, ooh, the armor's cool, it gives you power. Well, we've seen that the whole deal behind the Symphogear is being somewhat secretive, and keep it hush-hush, keep this secure, contained, and not to us, really. Not getting the full picture of exactly what's going on in this world. Maybe there's a legitimate reason that they're willing to summon these noise into crowded areas. Can't think of it at the minute, but maybe. I wonder if Symphogear will actually be that grey area. And certain designs of the noise and their effects aside, the flashback showing that pretty much anyone can become one with the Symphogear, even if it's at the cost of most of their internal functions for a while. So as long as I've got a high enough pain tolerance and resolve, yep, they will push through and make sure that they are able to wield it, effectively creating super soldiers from nowhere. So Kanade dying in first episode, and yet she seems to be the most fleshed out of all the characters. Tragic backstory, pushing through for her ideals, growing, accepting a new path, one of protecting people and having that sense of gratitude, giving her a new lease of life. Which led into her extending the hand and helping Hibiki, which kind of led into our current situation. Good old training montage. What else other than a few exercises, a few movies? You know, sometimes they say, don't try this at home and try not to emulate things you see in films and stuff, but apparently it works. Don on a yellow tracksuit. You're a master. I do wonder though, apart from old like Bruce Lee films, what else did they watch? I can think of a few. Also, I wonder if they're all like Eastern martial art films, or have you got a few of the dumb American ones? To be fair, they're all good fun. Maybe there's something to be learned. But that does go back into her trying to call out her armed gear, or whatever it's called, her weapon of choice. Nothing appearing. She's now training in martial arts and hand-to-hand combat. We've seen how effective she can be with her bare hands before. Kind of scarily, actually. So, I'm sure going forward that she can beat the crap out of anyone. And with a happy, friendly face, which probably makes it more terrifying. But Symphogear being Symphogear, somewhat simple, somewhat obtuse and convoluted and confusing at the same time. I kind of want to see more, and probably you do too. What more relics can be found? Who will they be attached to? How destructive are they to the human body? All things probably to be answered sometime soon. If you liked this one, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Consider subscribing. Join onto my Discord. But for now, get yourself some rest, so I can see you in the next one.